Hey there, my friends. I hope you are doing well. I had a request last week to play a song that I had written and tell a story about one of my partners in law enforcement. Now, in my 25-year career as a police officer, I had some outstanding human partners that I got to work with. One of my partners that stands in a class of his own was my four-legged canine partner, Quincy. I met Quincy, a purebred, 92-pound, gorgeous German Shepherd, in August of 1996, when I went down to the Minneapolis Police Department, and our chief of police at the time, Walt Tollefson, said, yeah, let's start a canine program, go down and get trained. So for 3 months, I worked with this dog. I learned how to be a canine handler, and he learned how to be a police canine. And we learned together in November of that year of 1996, after 3 months of training, we hit the streets running, and we were excited. And I remember thinking, I think he should be barking at people. You know, when they come up to my police car, I feel like a police dog should be barking. And made the fateful decision to teach him little car aggression. And so we were at Perkins Restaurant. I know it's a stretch. Bunch of police officers gathering at Perkins Restaurant. But we were at Perkins Restaurant one night, and I had one of my partners walk up to the car, and we all sat back and we were watching. And my partner would walk up to the car and say, hey, Quincy, hey, buddy. And he'd go, bah! And the dog would bark at him, and my partner would turn around and run away. And we're all giggling and watching this. And my partner would go up to the car again, hey, buddy. Blah! And the dog would bark at him, and he'd turn around and run away. And he did this about 3 or 4 times, and it worked. From that point on, through our whole 7-year career together, he barked at everybody. Yeah, I couldn't hardly hear. But so we went into Perkins, we were laughing about it, and we were talking, and we got a call as we were all leaving. We got a call of a jailbreak, a real live jailbreak. And I thought, thank you, Lord, this is perfect. We have a highly trained police dog, brand new, out of the box, and we have 2 escaped convicts from our Becker County jail. It couldn't have been any better. So we're heading there, and I'm thinking, okay, guys, don't catch them before I do. Sure enough, one of the deputies caught one of the guys by a local church. Okay, well, there's still one guy out there to be had. And one of our other DLPD officers spotted him across the street by the hospital. And so we're all responding, and we're going there. And I opened up Quincy's back door, and all I had was bite the bad guy on my mind. And I didn't have a target in mind. I didn't know where the bad guy was. I didn't know where the good guys were. So I just opened up Quincy's back door, and I said, get him. And Quincy kind of looked up at me and said, get who, boss? And I just said, get him. And Quincy said, okay. And so Quincy looked, scanned, and he saw the target. And he took off after the target, and I could see the target running across the parking lot. And it was my partner. Oops. It was the guy that was just saying, hey, Quincy, how are you? Blah. And Quincy was thinking, all right, tough guy. There's no window separating us now. So he's locked on target. I'm screaming bloody murder. No! And my partner, the target, stopped and said, hey, buddy. Hey, Quincy. And Quincy thought, yeah. You're not so tough now, are you? He jumped up and he bit him right into the sleeve. And I'm screaming bloody murder, no, 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 and calling him off. And he pulls away from Quincy, and Quincy reattaches to his sleeve. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, our first bite is one of my partners. Oops. So we had a great 7-year career together, Quincy and I. And his last certification trial was in Alexandria. Each year we had to certify to show that we were up to certain standards. And in late June of 2003, Quincy and I went to these trials, and he did the best he'd ever done. And at the end of the year, we were planning on retiring him, and he had had a good 7-year career. He was about 9.5 years old. He's going to retire. And we got home on Tuesday. Wednesday, he didn't eat. Thursday, he didn't eat. By Friday, I brought him into the vet, and our local vet just looked at him and did some tests and said, yeah, something's not right here. Should probably get him down to the University of Minnesota. That weekend was a long weekend. Quincy almost didn't make it through the weekend. He could hardly lift his head. He was really sick. On Monday morning, I had to pick him up, put him in the back seat of my police car, and I drove down to the Twin Cities. We went to the University of Minnesota Veterinary Hospital. Stayed there all day. He was a good boy. Saw the doctor, and the doctor said he's full of cancer. He said, what's his quality of life? I said, well, his quality of life is working. And right now, he's not able to work. And I didn't know if he was going to make it through that night even. We came back home, made the gut-wrenching decision to euthanize him the next day. And that next day, I brought him into the vet, had a couple last moments with him and with Quincy, and we put him down. And I put him back into my car. I came home, and I turned the lights and siren on, and I went down to the backyard of our house, and where I had dug a grave for him. We had a little graveside service with our family, some neighbor kids. See, Quincy was a hero. Quincy was a teammate that made a difference. He had a unique personality. He was loud and boisterous, and he was a good boy. So we had a little graveside service with our family and friends, and I came up to the house and grabbed my guitar and a pen and paper. With a tear in my eye and a song in my heart, I wrote my Quincy Boy song. Here's to you, Quincy Boy, and here's to all you animal lovers who recognize that these animals are more than pets. They're family. Well, I had a good old dog. Quincy Boy was his name. Since he left us on July the 10th, I'll never be the same. I got him on August 5th. The year was 1996. He was lean and so full of spunk. It wasn't long he was chasing down punks. Well, Quincy Boy, I miss you. I know I still got a job to do. And I'll never forget all your love and everything you did. I'm so proud. God bless you all. Thank you for your time. Stay safe, my friends.